Hello guys, so welcome to tonight's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on GFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I almost start with the evening show. The show go long, but you know, say I don't do in press conference, so when I just bear with me, I will try to say I will make Tuesday short. All right, so let's start with the sad news. So they hear from Ateta because Ateta doing press conference. Ateta can let us know about Nwaneri and Fabrizio Romano said no waste time. Baba published the story. There's a breaking. Arsenal suffer new blow as Nwaneri will be out with muscular injury. Ateta said, unfortunately, Nwaneri has picked up an injury and is going to be out for a few weeks, and that's how our thumbnail came to be. Nwaneri will be out for a few weeks, according to Mikel Arteta, and this is coming at a very, very wrong time. Because when you look at Arteta's press conference, about even they talk and say, now you say the boy don't the gbera, he don't they enjoy game time. Maybe say people don't they clamor for and say, give it game time, give it game time. They don't game time, and they don't they shine. He don't even score. You get so he can't get injury. So what will happen to that Bukayo Saka wing? That means Martinelli go back there. That's just what it means, because the person will say if they play there, they give us that same vibe. Where Saka they give us, he don't come out now. Sadly, so this one called a compound Mikel Arteta's woes. The things so say they affect us now. This one just come add more. In fact, I think it would be best for us to just dive into the press conference, but we hear the team news. Here with Arteta get to talk about the match where we'll go play tomorrow. Arsenal versus Newcastle at the Emirates Stadium, the semi-final cup. All right, so first of all, they're asking about Nwaneri. They say, unfortunately, he picked up an injury and is going to be out for a few weeks. Now, on the type of injury, they say it's a muscular injury. It's okay. How far can I have at? Saying go back against Newcastle. Baba say, I hope so, but I don't want to say yes, because last time I talked yes, the guy later no play. So make it no be like say I did the souvenir again. So that's why I did not talk for that one. Now, on if there are issues with illnesses, yes, we have issues. Odegaard is part of them. Now, on if we could be missing other players, he said hopefully not. It is for this first early question, so they ask Arteta, they don't mention Odegaard. So, which means Odegaard they okay. Now, what's in the vibe with me and the guests, because if Odegaard not they okay, at least Arteta for mention them here. But based on saying no mention, I'm going to assume. So Odegaard go feature for that match is Hale and Hurts. You know, be like Kayaba. So now on how much importance he places on the semi-final, I think that we are very excited to play the game in front of our own crowd. It's semi-final and it's an opportunity to earn the rights to be in the final, and that starts tomorrow with 2 legs. Obviously, there are going to be 2 long games against a very competitive team. We know that, but very excited, and we need a big atmosphere in our stadium. Now, on what winning the competition will do for us, I say I don't know. We have to win tomorrow, first of all, before we're going to look about it will happen in the future. Now, on how to stop Alexander Isak. If you're watching the match, I tell you, say, this match, it gets to be because we will be facing one of the best strikers in world football. If they count strikers for EPL, if you count 1, 2, 3, Isak name go DJ. So that's why I don't say that thing will be problem. In as much as Newcastle might put up a mediocre team, but Isak will did there. One chance now, one is one, I be the guy. So, and it's like another audition for him to prove to us why we need to break the bank and come and get him. Now, on how we are going to stop Alexander Isak, I think I say he's a top player in top form, scoring a lot of goals, and we try to minimize the strength of the opposition. That's a big part of the plan. So when we are playing any opponents. Now, on Newcastle's midfield, you say that one do with my question. You get like my own players are they look, don't you consign me and that one. Now, on the Brighton penalty on the weekend, I say I'd already tell them my opinion. Unfortunately, we played twice against Brighton. The first one, they give us needless red card. They make us play 45 minutes with 10 men down. This one now, there is a Joro penalty. Equalize for our head. Now we play 1-1. Sometimes they say, clearly it is not a penalty. But those are the conditions that we played in. And we cannot change it. No matter how angry we are, we can't be kind over spills. Now, on if there are any chances to add to the squad before the end of January, whether we will bring in new faces. I think I say that hasn't changed. Like for now, the focus we have is on the players we did here. Players we see. Anything we do for markets, we did very alert. But the priority right now is to work with the players that we have at the moment. And tomorrow night, which is the big night for us, we go say I go be. For the transfer market, whether I go bring players, it is not a yes. At the same time, it is not a no. So no be my mouth, and I go here say teacher mama don't die. So I don't go tell na anything. You get. Now, on if the semi-final we go play should be one game, I think that said yes. Saying go prefer make it be one game, and that one game make it be saying for our own home they go play. So now your own preferred scenario be that, but it no get a say in the way things go be. Now, on if Eddie Howe has done things differently, I think I said that one will be question you're going to ask me. Now, Eddie Howe get that question. Why? Like, really? Why are you asking me that kind of question? So now, on being able to hear the VAR in the stadium during the semi-final, like if anything, any controversial thing with VAR intervene, the referee will carry megaphone, public address system, announce the findings. Yeah. So I think I say any decision that brings clarity and communication that is clear and transparent, I think it is helpful on how hard it is to coach players on what the laws of the game are now. They say you have to work by the rules and try to coach them. And then if it's part of those rules, is interpretation, and it's not easy. Like the major problem we'll get for this place, not be the EPL rules, now the interpretation you get. And really, I think I can concede say it's not really that easy for all these referees to make the call, to interpret, because then say they be human, they be jabber. So we understand that, and coaching differently, I think it's impossible. Now the way I take Siam. Now, on if it is not easy for him, sometimes it is for the coaching, because I think we'll leave that and we'll go for something important. On if he's enjoyed this season, he said, well, for now we are still in all competition. That one are the major takeaway I take out from this question. We are where we want to be in terms of most of them. Obviously, in the league, for a lot of circumstances, we are not where we want to be in the league, which is top. I understand that. That willingness to be better every single day and to try to improve and not look for excuses, because in anything that you do, you look for excuses, you are not going to find them. These are the challenges. These are situations that we are facing, and we are trying to do the very best to overcome them and still be a really good team. Now, on how the players are feeling, he said we discussed the situation and the fact that we have to use players in position that they probably haven't played in before. We are learning a lot from that, and what I learned especially is the willingness of the team to improvise. You speak to an individual and you ask him to play anywhere on the field, and they say, "Boss, I did there, I go play." Again, that's great, as well as to learn from your players, because now injury don't make us to be improvise. They try things, so we say normal, no go try them. They call they ask him on Kerry and tell you what they sub. Now still want sell him, but I want keep him. He said there's absolutely no news. Kerry and is our player that made all the things we here for media space. Now still our boy. Now on how hard is being tactically trying to come up with solutions to problems that we have, problems like sicknesses, injuries. It's a good learning process, not just tactically, but also preparation and training with very few players. Today, we had 7 or 8 players with us just to fill the squad, which isn't normal, but it's a weird thing to learn, but I take it. I cannot change it, so let's take things that we can get out of it to be better. Now, on Mikel Merino's adaptation to the team, I think I talk very, very well about Mikel Merino. So the guy said, he did try, even though many Arsenal fans don't really they don't really like the guy. Now, on how a 2-legged tie with the away leg last changes things. They say this couple guy with Newcastle, they say we'll play first leg for our own home, go second leg for their home. It's just been like Champions League matches, so they play normal level. The aim now to win the both, like win our for our own home, go their own side for St. James's Park, knock them there. So nothing changed. You get now the aim be that. On having to be reactive in the January transfer window and lowering our expectations, say hopefully not, because we set a very high standard, and we really want to only have players here that are coming from our academy, or we have to sign players to really elevate and impact the team. Otherwise, just bringing in bodies, like we can't just sign for signing's sake. We have to sign with a purpose. Now, what's in that they try to explain. Now, on hoping the Emirates Stadium can affect the opposition, like the match we will play tomorrow. I said I admire the Emirates Stadium the most. 100%, the way we can feel at the Emirates Stadium with our people is incredible. And I'm very positive that tomorrow we are going to create a big one against really good opposition in the semi-final of the Cup that we want to win. So let's go for it. On whether it was a mistake not to have the winter break this year. Say early on in the season, they agree unanimously, say for January, no go get break like last season. They say for January, all of we won't go Dubai. So I think I can say, if to say we get that break, I'm gonna say if it makes sense, at least you go give the team space to reset. You get those who get injury, will get enough time to rest and come back. But based on say now everybody agree, so it don't happen to say that happen. No, if they go back in time, will they change them? It don't happen. Now, on whether it's impossible for our players to play every minute with our style, and so sometimes it's credit to the opposition as well, because it can be extremely demanding, and the way we play as well. When you have less players and less capacity to rotate, it becomes more difficult. But the ideas and the aim is to be able to sustain that. Now, on how Nwaneri is doing, he said he didn't really know. Like when he get that injury, come his coach, he say, "Coach, I'm feeling something, but I don't really know as they do me." You get, so I don't really know what he be. So coach can say, "Okay, oya kukuma, come as I may no go aggravate with you." No. Now I think I can say he has earned the right to step up and play for us, and now he starts to have some games, some big games as well, and impacts those games, which he has done in different positions as well. So I'm gutted. I'm not happy. You get, for him, because it's going to stop like his progress a little. But it's another step in the development phase that he's in. But I'm really happy with the way he's going. Now, on how far out to the supplement, I'm studying, Baba say, not to the supplement with that one. We'll never know when he will come back. And this brings us to the end of Mikel Arteta's press conference ahead of the match we will play against Newcastle. I just bring out the most important areas of the press conference. So let's continue with the news normal. Now, Fabrizio Romano they give us updates. Say Juventus are attacking. They are really, really serious for Joshua Zexi, as they want to sign him in January. Like they did all over him. Now, see where the issue on the contacts with the player side have already started weeks ago. Like Juventus already discussed the player camp weeks ago. Now, everything will depend on the formula of the deal, because Manchester United not just want ordinary loan. Because Manchester United, I tell you, say, with waiting Amorim talk after that match when they play against Liverpool. Now, like sometimes I need to look at the under message you're there within the message. If you look with ordinary eye, if you don't see, I need to read between the lines. If you look the body language of Amorim, you will not say they won't sell this guy, they don't want him again. So now they don't want ordinary loan, they want a loan with an option to buy, a loan with an obligation to buy, or just buy him. That's what they're looking for, because Man U are not going to accept a simple loan. Currently, United are not accepting Juventus' proposal. So now where they stand now. So more just to watch how and make another life for you. Juventus now with the reports they get, because I got another report from TalkSport where they say there is another incredible deal for Manchester United. Now, Juventus they offer Vlahovic for a straight out buying deal. We don't want buy Zexi. They won't buy Zexi. Now they're going to say, okay, we go offer Vlahovic. We're going to give us Joshua Zexi, because the coach of Juventus really wants this Zexi. Like, just like say in life depend on the guy. Say because Zexi really on that. See, the time when the first they mention say Arsenal won't sign Joshua Zexi, I follow go watch the guy for YouTube. I studied how he was playing for Serie A. That guy understands Serie A. If they play, you see how fantastic, how very good in they play for Serie A. But the guy can't come for APA. I don't know what happened. You know, it became a shadow of himself. You know, can't play very well. So that is why himself they keen to go back to where in Sabi. If you maybe the way defenders for the EPL they did too much compared to the defenders for Serie A, because that's why Thiago Motta they feel say it will make sense when you follow me, come back to Juventus. If you can be playing so well at Bologna, what if you can do for Juventus? Say get more better players to assist you and make you better. So that is the secret. So now they just say okay, they offer him. Say okay, we never know what Manchester United would do anyway, because this night many news they happen. They say Juventus have offered Dusan Vlahovic to Manchester United as part of a deal for Joshua Zexi. TalkSport understands. Get now, Zexi has enjoyed a difficult start to life at United since signing a £36.5 million deal from Bologna in the summer. Again, when you read the entirety of the report, go down. They said this Zexi don't score 3 goals. And the fans gonna boo him for one match like that. That's why the guy not happy. Now, when you look at the third paragraph, they say, however, TalkSport understand that a return to Italy could be on the cards just 6 months when they sign him. Say won't go back. Now, Juventus are one of the clubs that are really keen to signing him. Now, to make matters more interesting, Juventus know they put all their eggs in one basket. David Ornstein, who's one of the journalists for The Athletic, in second the report today say Tottenham Hotspur, Man U, and Juventus, they are exploring a deal to sign Randa Kolomwani on loan from PSG. Now, the interest, they don't express their interest already, so we never really know where the player will go. Now, Manchester United, they hope, say, if they sell Joshua Zexi, give Juventus they go carry Randa Kolomwani because they don't say Osimhen no dey available. And the coach, Ruben Amorim, has a gentleman agreement with Sporting Lisbon that he will not come for Gyökeres in January. So the only option is to go get Randa Kolomwani. Meanwhile, Juventus don't put offer for Joshua Zexi to Manchester United. As Man U play hard ball, then say don't go there interested in Randa Kolomwani in case Joshua Zexi no work. They'll go there. What does this tell us? This tells us that Vlahovic is available in the market. Because according to reports I read today, they say Vlahovic don't tell them say they sign new contract extension. Vlahovic has 18 months left on his contract, and Juventus don't want a situation whereby the guy in contract will elapse, he will go out for free, and based on say Vlahovic don't score 12 goals for Juventus this season, but it's not enough because they're not even in the top 4 for Serie A. And Thiago Motta wants to qualify for Champions League because that's where they need to come back to, even if they don't win the Scudetto. So that is where everything just very, very interesting. And just they watch them. And if you watch, no other person they go for Vlahovic except Arsenal. If you watch, now only Arsenal gets interest for this Vlahovic. Chelsea are not going for him. Man, you don't want him because Vlahovic is a big figure. You can't buy Vlahovic and come and say in the summer you want to go and buy Gyökeres. It don't make sense because you already have Rasmus Højlund. You can't buy Vlahovic. Unless maybe you want to loan the Vlahovic and tell him to go back, which doesn't make any atom of sense. So me, I just look all these things. They see I go be. But just the watch today at 6, you get. So many things like as the stories they come, Shola, I go hear the Nakona because even TNT Sports, it's a Manchester United are exploring a deal to sign Randa Kolomwani on loan from PSG. Reports David Einstein and Spurs and Juventus are also interested. So these are some of the stories we will see. And my brothers and sisters, my dear Arsenal lovers, I think it's a fine time for us to bring you our first message from one of our sponsors, Mobi Wealth Associates and Co. Limited. They're into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. And they're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on 080-6464-2234. And they're located at number 7, Kennywood Road, Oreazi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in their services, just reach out to them. Now, moving on. Another report we're going to hear. Now, Martin Keown will be one of the Arsenal legends. Now, Keown going to look how the EPL go move forward. Going to say this Liverpool way will they see. Where people they feel say Liverpool no go drop points. They don't drop points against Manchester United. Manchester United will be say normal small teams they knock them. They reach Liverpool turn and they don't feel knock them. But you don't say anybody can drop points. Now, you're going to look some games, so we say Liverpool feel lose. Even if they don't lose, they feel drop points. And some of all those games, Arsenal already play them. And are tough away games. You get. So first of all, when you read this particular report, you will see when Babaton say Liverpool still have to go to Man City. They still have to go to Villa Park. They still have to go to what is looking like a tricky place now against Bournemouth. Mind you, Bournemouth beat Man City, they beat Spurs, they beat Arsenal. Liverpool still have to go there. You know, and there, when you continue to read the report, you say Liverpool still have to play Nottingham Forest. Will be the first thing will beat them this season. They still have to play them again. You get. Now they still have to go to Fulham. I think that's Craven Cottage. They still have to go there. They still have to go to the Stamford Bridge. These are not be saying Liverpool no go fit beat these people, no. But you need to understand that these are difficult away grounds that anything can happen. So the second half of this season, they have got a lot of tricky games. They'll want to have won it by the time. And you know what will make this thing interesting? Arsenal will play Liverpool around May 10 or thereabouts. Like 3 matches for the season to end. Now Arsenal will face Liverpool. So that is going to be an encounter where if we decide to go win the league. Like we never know how important that game will be. Now, people going to say, as I mentioned earlier, Arsenal have played all these places where they say you never go there. You need to go there. Arsenal don't go all these places. Only Forest, Nottingham Forest away, we never go. You get. So Liverpool self need to go test themselves for these grounds. And what be the guarantee say Liverpool will go there, beat all of them. Beat Man City away, beat Chelsea away, beat Bournemouth, beat Fulham, beat Aston Villa, not they beat them. What's the guarantee? For you to know that the league is not over. For those who are pessimistic, when the chat say the Liverpool don't win it, na lie. You know how many points with that? Are you telling me Liverpool will win the whole games? Even Arsenal not going to win the whole games. But that is why I always say until it becomes mathematically impossible, that's when I will be towards okay, let's give up. We can't do it again, so there's no need for us to come and be having hope. So until then, now I promise you say I'm not gonna bring any Dani Olmo news again. But the reason I make I bring this update for Dani Olmo now because they add Arsenal inside the report. They reference Arsenal. Now the update today here be say Dani Olmo dey vex for Barcelona. Say the president of Barcelona, Joan Laporta, say he deceive him. Say he promise him, say they go register him. You get, and he believe him. Mona I don't find out say Joan Laporta deceive him. Like Joan Laporta was not transparent. Therefore, he's aggrieved. As it be now, Dani Olmo is willing to leave Barcelona. And they said before, they say I don't want to go, but it's looking like they're not going to register him because the Spanish Federation, the La Liga, the higher courts, lower courts, everybody don't say no. So Barcelona won't carry the matter go sports council, and it will take weeks, months before they figure the resolution there. And Dani Olmo cannot just be waiting, not playing football, something he loves. So when you look at this particular report from Football Transfers, when you read the entirety of the report, you will see, though the talk say that Dani Olmo is ready to leave Barcelona after becoming frustrated with the manner in which they have handled his registration case. Like, if now you say if you go vex, now who go vex? Now, they say Barca have failed to register the Spain international for the second half of the La Liga season after being given special dispensation to sign him for the first part of the campaign. Now, the Nou Camp side had their latest appeal kicked out by La Liga and the Spanish Federation, Spanish FA, and while President Joan Laporta is ready to take the case all the way to the legal courts, as still stand, Olmo cannot play any football, which is sad. Now, what next for Dani Olmo? Barcelona cannot loan him because the registration does not belong to them. So what can the boy do? Even if the man still love Barca, the contract say, I might just summarize this particular report. The contract say, people like us, when you look at the second paragraph, they say, while this has been touted as a viable solution to a complex problem, that there are claims that he could instead choose to move to Manchester United, Arsenal, or Chelsea. Now, what will be the option? They say this Dani Olmo can sign a 6-month deal with Arsenal, Chelsea, or whoever else it is. After the 6 months elapse at the end of the season, Barca go come re-sign him. That's the only option we did because he still love them. Or if this an annoyance with him body, if he dey high, he can just vex, sign a permanent deal with Arsenal or Man City or Chelsea or anybody he likes. So we could wait. We could see what he go do. But one thing I can guarantee is that Dani Olmo no go just dey there from that the end of the season not playing football. No. Because from the way we see him, he go play. Now, away from that, so former referee, whether they call Kit Hackett, gonna look into that Brighton incident. He agrees, say yes. Because Ateta's frustration is justified, but he can look at from another angle, say, people know the surprise, say the FA, they charge Arsenal for the behavior of their players. Say Arsenal players gather the referee. Say they round the referee that time. When then they disagree with what the referee blow. Say the give us fine. Say what could they prepare? When I read that report, I just laugh. I just laugh because you say, however, Kit Hackett has warned that the Gunners could be hit with an FA charge following the way their players reacted to the Brighton penalty award over the weekend. He was telling Football Insider. He said Brighton were awarded a penalty kick for a clash of heads, which was checked by VAR. It will be interesting to see if the Football Association charges Arsenal for failing to control their players, given that Anthony Taylor was surrounded by protesting Arsenal players. Well, Moku just the watch. I don't want to talk to me. I better give me 1 minute. I better drink water. I don't try. Woo! Let's proceed. All right. So the London Evening Standard, can they put these new reports? They say Newcastle for the match they go play tomorrow, that Newcastle will be without some key players. In fact, when I saw this report, I was happy to say, because we said we get our own injury problems that we face. So if Newcastle truly will miss some players, I'll be very happy. Now, let's dive into the reports. Now, when you read these fantastic reports put out by the London Evening Standard, they let us know, say, first of all, what's it called? Bruno Guimaraes and Fabian Schär, they are suspended for the first leg. Okay. Nick Pope, maybe their first choice goalkeeper, injured. Emil Kraft, injured. Callum Wilson, injured. Lascelles, injured. For all these people, not only that Nick Pope, now I say yes, it's important. Because Callum Wilson, when they injured, Isak go replace him. And this guy with a busting head, they come up blood, Anthony Gordon, I don't know whether he don't recover from that one. They don't list the name here, Sha, but I don't know. Sven Bosman will just come back from injury. They say the guy, they don't know whether he will play because for the last match he went out through because of fatigue. So we never know whether he will play this match. But at least there's get some people really important, like the first goalkeeper no D. Because this semi-final a big deal. You get everybody go, nobody won't play on Monday for here. Everybody won't play men. You get, and I expect a pre. Make Ateta puts big team. I beg. You get, no one make it play academy. Give us our first team. Anyhow we be, God go help us. We could see how we take, we go risk it. You get, so we'll just see. Now look at another report from the Mirror. So the Mirror, like Gary Lineker currently talk say, he get a new thing where the FA need to introduce, and that is appeal. VAR appeal. So Gary Lineker expects huge changes, or change if you like, to VAR as it predicts Arsenal appeal. Now, when you read this, like I loved what I read about this report. Gary Lineker believes Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta would have challenged the penalty Brighton were awarded in the 1-1 draw if an appeal system was implemented as part of VAR. Now, when he talk this, people like Alan Shearer they ask how the VAR appeal will work. Now, Alan Shearer they talk say at least make coaches, managers get like two appeal per match, so that if you see what you don't like, where referee blow, where you feel say this thing is clear die, referee do mistake, you go use your appeal. VAR will check them. If you go take 5 minutes, if you go take 3 minutes, maybe VAR check them and get to a logical conclusion and say, okay, yes, you did right or you did wrong. If you finish your 2 appeal, you don't go feel appeal again. Because this thing where they happen at the end of the season, imagine a situation whereby Liverpool can win the league with 1 point for our head. You will now go back in time and remember situations like this. Say this was some of the things that cost us this league. So now one of the things where oh my God, I just really boss the guy head because they say since when they play football, when you know the official analyze football as a pundit, you never see this kind of thing. Because discussing the controversial moments on the Rest is podcast and Rest is Football podcast, Lineker has again insisted that an appeal system could soon be introduced to football to avoid more contentious refereeing decisions. It's a costly one for Arsenal, because it's cost them a couple of points, the match of the day host said. But besides all that, I think we've had to say that, and it comes back to my point as well about VAR. It's really difficult when you are going along the lines of, is it enough for a foul? All those kinds of, like, the report long, like, I don't give the gist of the story because the report is long. Lineker, just give the final points. Lineker explained how the potential system could work as he added, because as I said, they ask how it will work. So obviously, you maybe have 2 appeals and you keep your appeal if you are right, and if you lose, you don't have it. So the teams will have to be clever about how they use their appeal. And I hope it stops them from looking at every angle, because actually the arguments come and say, so a manager will call the appeal if maybe corner happen. Will say, no, that's not a corner, they'll call appeal. Say no, at least give them 2 appeals in 90 minutes game of football. So well, at the end of the day, I don't say the FA no will implement all those kind of things, but my grievance is why we say if all these kind of things happen, only Arsenal. Now only God know. So my dear Arsenal lovers, I think it's a fine place for us to bring you our second message from our second sponsor. So tonight's video is also powered by Stina Imperial Collections. So they're a brand that you can trust for high quality leather products made with genuine leather, and they make products such as belts, wallets, shoes, and slippers. So call them on 081-3927-3778 if you're interested in any of their services. Now, another report we're going to get finally, now said Michael Owen, they say, Alexander Isak, I think they like this now. He go walk into any first 11 in the Premier League except Man City first 11. Because nobody get better number 9 will reach out, except maybe Elialan. Nobody you get. And when you look at what Owen is saying, I know really fault time for what's in the talk, because anybody who sign this Alexander Isak AJ, he go enter the first 11, no cap. Nobody's supposed to argue him. Now, on the biggest news of the night, Mikel Arteta, who is Arsenal manager, but they give us updates. Say, if they Nwaneri, what would they happy? Say, yes, he don't come to replace Bukayo Saka. They help us. They give us the vibe. With Saka, they give us. Baba is going to be out for a few weeks. So, we will see the type of lineup where Arteta go unleash tomorrow. But I can predict and tell you for free, Martinelli is going to clean that role. But me, I prefer me Trossard play there. But more they watch. Most waiting Arteta go to for. So, my dear Arsenal lovers, I think it's a fine place for us to call the show an end. So, till I come your way tomorrow morning to give you the morning news. So, then thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of the night. Now, good night. And I'll get them out. All right, guys. Now, bye bye. Oh my God.